player was introduced to the world, there was the regular day-to-day NPC, who looks where defined as Steve and Alex looking creatures. Like the modern villager, they had jobs and duties to fulfill: farmer, fisher, cartographer, butcher, blacksmith, etc. But there is one job that is left out of the lives of the modern villager kind: the miner. The reason, which explains the abandoned mineshafts as well. Which brings us to our main character, Herobrine, who was a Steve, who worked at the mines for a living, who defended the miners from creepers, spiders and cave spiders whenever it was needed, or helped out with the mines in general. One day, while on a regular shift at the mines, Herobrine decides to take a minecart down into the depths of the mine, since he got word of an overload of spiders and creepers that roamed the area, and not enough people were there to defend the miners from harm. However, what Herobrine did not expect to see was a creeper to hop out of nowhere in front of him, catching Herobrine off guard. He tried to shoot at the creeper in front of him, but for the first time, he missed his shot, and the creeper exploded right next to him, causing a miner cave in at a nearby mine, causing them to die of starvation. On his end, the explosion knocked him unconscious, so he lost control of the minecart, and slammed into many miners, killing them, and along with smashing into other mincarts, killing those inside. Herobrine ended up dying. When he went off the main track, he hit his head on an overhanging rock, killing him instantly. After the series of crashes and killings, the remaining miners, which there wasn't many left, tried to flee, but either died by creeper explosion or trampled over by spiders. Only one miner escaped, but he barely did. He told to the head villager about the incident, which in turn the head villager shuts down the remaining mines across the known globe, but people eventually died of starvation while heading home from the mines, or spiders that woven them up into a cocoon, killing them. With the majority of the miners dead, the main villager city couldn't hold up on its own anymore, so the villagers decided to split up and make more, smaller and localized villages for the common folk. Many years pass, the villagers evolve, with elongated skulls, showing a sign of higher intelligence, and the enlargement of the nose, showing signs of better smelling. One day though, a villager got struck by lightning, creating the first witch, which will later populate. The witch, heading around the world, discovered the abandoned mines, decided to walk in and take a look around. The witch, seeing the decaying bodies of the fallen miners, decided to try to bring them back to life, so she can have a little army of her own. However, the first spell on a regular miner didn't end the way she wanted, and hence, the first zombie was born into existence. Later on, the zombies' will to feast grew, and started to eat the corpses of the dead, spreading the spell onto the corpses, making them come to life. However, when trying to feast on the archers, they couldn't reach into the skull for their brains, so they ended up eating everything off the body, leaving the skeleton behind. After that though, the skeleton picked up the spell and came alive like the zombies, but only as skeletons, with bows by their sides. This cycle kept repeating and repeating, until there were no more miners left to feast on. Now they've learned to repopulate without the needs on feasting, hence the first baby husks and zombies. The skeletons, just repopulated by killing a villager, and the infected arrow, would decay their skin at an alarming rate, causing it to become a skeleton and come alive. Which leaves Herobrine, the one who accidentally started all of this cycle, felt uneasy and unable to rest, so his soul became an entity within the world, with glowing white eyes, signifying that he isn't immortal anymore. People caught sight of him, and made folk tales about his existence, about how he'd kill people by making them go insane until he killed them or they'd kill themselves. But in reality, he is trying to warn the villager kind not to return to the mines ever again, otherwise their species would go permanently extinct. Which leads us all the way to today. The player, the last being born as a Steve-like creature, who holds immense powers, can explore and defeat any monster in their paths. Herobrine keeps a special eye on them, so the player doesn't do anything catastrophic to the world. Which also explains the cave sounds that are left behind, haunting the cave systems for all eternity, and explains the existence of abandoned mineshafts. Hope this theory summarizes some portion of the Minecraft lore of the mineshafts, Herobrine's origin and the evolution of the modern villager.